Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source. It's the backup channel backing Celeb up and bringing you all the breaking news. In the last few weeks, Maryland and 6 other states have banned state employees from being able to use TikTok on government-run devices. And now, a new bipartisan bill has been sent to Congress asking for Congress to ban TikTok in the United States. That's right, they want to take away your TikTok. The bill says that TikTok, because it's run by a Chinese company, is collecting data on Americans, and this is a threat to national security. Now, in response to the US potentially banning TikTok, TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, has frantically started working to move all the data that it holds on US users to the US from China, and putting an American team in control of the data. Hey yo, let me know what you think. Should they be able to take away your TikTok? And if they do take away your TikTok, do you think a whole bunch of poorly choreographed dance revolts are gonna take place across the United States? Hey yo, on to the next story. As you know, the sensational and salacious Thee Stallion versus TōryLanęz trial is underway. During the first week, we found out a whole lot of information. We found that after Thee Stallion, TōryLanęz, and her homegirl left Kylie Jenner's house, they got in the car, an argument broke out. TōryLanęz was talking all types of crap. She was like, yo, you can't rap. And he was like, listen, you need to stop taking sloppy seconds because you smashed me, the baby, and Ben Simmons after your girl smashed me and all these other people. So then Thee Stallion got out the car, and then when she tried to get in the car, TōryLanęz pulled out the gun and was like, dance, B, and then he shot her in the foot. Now, according to Thee Stallion, she hobbled her way into a driveway, and when she was in the driveway, she then saw TōryLanęz and her homegirl getting into it, right? When the police showed up, Thee Stallion says she did not rat on TōryLanęz because she was scared, because she didn't want any of them to get shot by the cops. And she says that because the George Floyd incident was going on, and you know, she knows how cops can be because in the black community, we do not trust the cops, she told them that she stepped on some glass. And it wasn't until she got to the hospital that the doctors were like, listen, you got bullets in your foot. So now, while all this is going on, TōryLanęz offers her and her homegirl $1 million to keep their mouths shut. And in an interesting twist, TōryLanęz's attorneys are trying to make it seem like the homegirl might have bucked off the shots. But get this, the homegirl, Kelsey Nicole, now has immunity, right? So she gets on the stand, and instead of like talking about what TōryLanęz did to Megan, she's talking about she doesn't remember anything, she's got a whole lot going on in her life, she pleads the fifth, she's not saying nothing. And her selective amnesia seems to side more with TōryLanęz than it does with Thee Stallion. She did say, however, that she did not shoot Megan. Now, I feel sorry for Thee Stallion because nobody deserves to get shot in the foot. This is not Harlem Nights. He didn't have to go for the pinky toe. You know what I'm saying? But she's also shooting herself in the foot a little bit because she shouldn't have went on Gayle King and lied about being intimate with TōryLanęz. Because now when she's on the stand and she admits to sleeping with the dude, she seems like a liar. To tell you the truth, this seems like a case of dumb versus dumber, okay? I don't understand. Who are the attorneys who are advising these two in a case? Because they're doing some stupid stuff. Let me tell you, if I am Thee Stallion and I'm going to court because somebody shot me in the foot, I'm not going to wear the 5-inch red bottom stilettos. I'm going to the court in a pair of Crocs and socks, and I'm dragging that one foot behind me. I mean, I'm going to have on the Dr. Scholl's. I'm going to have the corn pad on the big toe. You know what I'm saying? Because I want sympathy from the jury. And if I'm TōryLanęz, I'm not bringing my little son to court so I can gain some sympathy. Why are you bringing the kid to court? This is a case about you shooting some chick in the foot and then yelling out, dance, B. You know what I'm saying? That's not, good parenting. And I'm sure you could have found a babysitter for these couple of days, okay? I don't know if the jury is gonna look sympathetically on that. Listen, let me know in the comments. Do you think that TōryLanęz should have brought his son to to court? And is Meg Thee Stallion now shooting herself in the foot by lying to Gayle King and then getting up on the stand and saying something totally different? Because you got to think about it. He could have shot her. However, because she can't keep her story straight and there were 4 different sets of DNA found on the gun, the jury might not convict him for shooting her. Remember, the state has the burden to prove that he shot her without a shadow of a doubt. I tell you this much though, you shoot me in my foot, I'm not trying to protect you when the police come around. You're going down for that crime, buddy, because the dude who shoots you in the foot is not your friend. I tell you somebody who's not going down, that's Gunna. As you know, Gunna and Young Thug had picked up the RICO charges in Atlanta with 12 other people. In May, Fulton County prosecutors obtained a sprawling 88-page indictment that said members of the Young Slime Life criminal street gang committed violent crimes to collect money for the gang, promote its reputation, and grow its power and territory. Well, on Wednesday, Gunna, aka Sergio Kitchens, appeared in court and entered what is called an Alford plea, which allows a person to maintain his innocence while acknowledging that it is in his best interest to plead guilty. Gunna said, quote, "While I have agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case, and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way." End quote. According to Steve Sadow, one of Gunna's attorneys, Kitchens, aka Gunna, was sentenced to 5 years with credit for time served, and the balance was suspended. He also must do 500 hours of community service, including 350 hours speaking to young men and women about the hazards and immorality of gangs and gang violence, and the decay that it causes in our communities. He also is not allowed to have any guns or to have contact with others charged in the case except through his attorneys or his music label. The trial for the rest of the individuals charged in the RICO case, including Young Thug, is set to begin next month. Now, interestingly enough, Walter Murphy, who founded YSL with Young Thug, also slipped out of jail this week on a plea deal with time served. He got 9 years probation and says he will testify truthfully if he is called to testify against the 26 other YSL members who were still up for the RICO charges. I don't know, a lot of people are saying the first to talk is the first to walk. But what do you think? Do you think Gunna and Walter spilled the beans? Or do you think they got out of the can legitimately? I'll tell you what, one person who may be insinuating that Gunna snitched is Freddie Gibbs. After Gunna said he didn't snitch, Freddie Gibbs got online and posted, quote, "Ninjas telling fibs. I hate to say I told you so." End quote. In response to Freddie's post, social media reacted, and one person posted a meme that said Gunna reportedly snitched on Young Thug for a Big Mac. Listen, I'm gonna leave that one alone, but one person who's not gonna leave it alone is Boozy. Boozy came out and tweeted, quote, he had one charge. He wasn't going to get hard time. These lawyers don't give a D about your legacy. They know what they doing to your name, but they getting you out of jail so they name blows up. Then you gotta pay them more when you free and they made you cooperate. End quote. I don't know, is Boozy right? Is Gunna's legacy now ruined in the rap game? Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, on to the next story. As you know, DJ Academics recently came out and he shared his 2 cents about P. Diddy's surprise announcement that he had a new baby girl. Academics said, quote, "Diddy different. My end done effed around and had a side baby on his harem of side chicks. Brother Love, a real one." End quote. Well, apparently, Young Miami did not like those comments and she clapped back at DJ Academics by saying, quote, "I'm nobody's side B. Let's just make this clear on this good Monday. I don't come second to no B. Academics, my name ain't D, so keep it out your mouth. You the type of N my uncle doing life sentences for, you B-A-N exclamation points." Well, Academics read that tweet as he sat there in front of his little computer screen sitting in his little gamer chair, and he responded by saying, quote, "Misdirected anger. Brother Love wouldn't approve of this behavior. I ain't the one that had a baby on y'all. Relax. Young Miami mad at me for pointing out the obvious. You said you and that N go together real bad. That N had another baby with another woman. You the side chick. Don't get mad now. At least you get hella gifts. Live your life, queen. Also, you tell us all your business. Of course, we gon' comment." End quote. Well, needless to say, DJ Academics and Young Miami went back and forth and back, and then DJ Academics said, quote, "Nick Cannon women would never be having a mental breakdown the day when he announced a new baby. I'm just saying, straighten up. Y'all be knowing what y'all signed up for." End quote. And Young Miami came back and was like, "Who's having a mental breakdown? You're talking on me, punk." She also tweeted, quote, "It's cool for a man to constantly harass me online that I don't know. He did the same ish when my car got shot up. He laughed when I almost lost my life. Find somebody else to play with. I can react how the F I want to." End quote. Well, little did DJ Academics know that P. Diddy was following the Twitter beef online. And Diddy chimed in and said, quote, "Young Miami is not my side chick, never has been, never will be. She's very important and special to me, and I don't play about my shorty wop. So think what you want, but no, if you do something to hurt mine, I'm gonna come to your house and we're gonna have a talk about it like human beings. Love." End quote. Well, Diddy's kind threat worked because the next thing you know, DJ Academics went live on Twitch and said, quote, "Diddy even DM'd me today. Diddy, I'm not no player hater. I love you, so I'ma fall back out of this one. I ain't even gonna get on it crazy like that. She a queen. I love her. She not no side chick no more." End quote. Let me see if I can summarize the story. Okay, so the side chick gets mad at the dude who has no chick because the dude with no chick was calling her a side chick, and then the dude who has mad chicks called in to the dude who has no chicks and told him, "Don't call my chick a side chick," and he was like, "All right, I love her. She's no longer a side chick." That's crazy. Listen, much respect to one of Diddy's many parallel chicks, Young Miami. I can't. On to the next story. After Ashanti and Nelly performed Body on Me at Mistletoe in Arizona last month, many fans were wondering if the couple was back together. One fan tweeted, quote, "I mean, there's Ben and Jen. Can we get a Nelly and Ashanti reboot, please?" End quote. To everybody's surprise, Ashanti, who is usually pretty shy, addressed the subject this week on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. Ashanti said, quote, "Oh my gosh, I saw a lot of comments. I mean, my reaction was wow. It was a lot of comments and a lot of people wanting that. What I will say is we're in a better place. We're cool now. We had some conversations, so it's cool." End quote. You know what kills me? It's like 2022. Why are we still talking about Ashanti and Nelly and Ashanti and Irv Gotti? I mean, it's like some guys you date just never go away. They're like pungent underarm funk that just wafts in the air. They just stick around for years, just tainting your entire life. And I know for the guys, it's the same thing. There's some chicks you've been trying to get away from for like 20 years, and they won't go away. Yo, what is up with that? Let me know in the comments. Do you have like an ex from like 20 years ago that's still in the mix? Geez, just can't get rid of them. Listen, on to the next story. It appears there is an update in the Takeoff Moida case. Patrick Xavier Clark, Takeoff's alleged moiterer, appeared in court on Wednesday, December 15th. And while they were there, some interesting information came out. Clark's attorney alluded to the fact that Patrick Xavier Clark is going to plead self-defense. Clark's attorney said, quote, "We feel comfortable that when the time is right, that Mr. Clark will have a valid and meritorious claim for self-defense." End quote. Now, Clark's attorney didn't offer many more details, but she did suggest that Clark only fired after someone shot at him first, which contradicts what police are saying because police believe that Clark shot first. I think this is going to be a very interesting case, and I'm wondering if, similar to the Young Thug case, if they're going to try to file a motion to keep out some of his social media stuff out of the case. Because if you remember, shortly around the time that Takeoff died, Clark posted the following on social media.
So you got to learn how to play your position, or play a position. Because understand, it don't matter what position you play. If the team win, you get a championship ring. So, might go over your head, but what's understood.
Now, while he could be talking about something like basketball, a jury could quite possibly conclude that he's talking about something a little bit more sinister, that he's talking about some sort of network of people that are working together to commit and cover up a crime, like shooting somebody who's famous at a bowling alley and then trying to get away with it. And I know some of y'all are like, yo sis, that video he posted ain't ish. Yeah, but you know what? We live in the US and a whole bunch of black men have been convicted and locked up for less. Now, while we're talking about Moida trials, we might as well talk about the trial that is set to begin in Broward County, Florida on January 9th with 4 men charged in the fatal shooting of XXXTentacion. According to reports, a number of high-profile rappers have been named as possible witnesses that can be called to the stand in the Moida trial. Maurice Padilla, the defense attorney for Derek Williams, the suspected getaway driver, named Drake 6ix9ine, Joe Budden, Quavo, Offset, Ski Mask, The Slump God, Top 5, and Tankhead 666 as those he planned to subpoena. Fellow Migos rapper Takeoff, who was shot and killed last month, was also included on the list. As listed defense witnesses, the rappers could potentially be compelled to testify at a trial or give depositions about their knowledge of beefs involving XXX. Yo, this is mad weird to me. Is part of the alleged shooter's defense gonna be that Drake potentially did it? Or Joe Budden potentially did it? Or maybe 6ix9ine made it all the way down to Florida and he went and he shot XXX? This is crazy. Let me know what you think about this story in the comments. Now, I hate to end this video on a low moment, but life is full of ebbs and tides, and sometimes things that we don't really like happen. Well, a low moment this week is that DJ and dancer Stephen Twitch Boss passed away at the age of 40. On Wednesday, the former So You Think You Can Dance runner-up's death was confirmed by his wife, Allison Holker, in a heartbreaking statement. In the days since the tragic news, many people who love Twitch from near and far have given their condolences, and now former First Lady of the United States, Michelle Obama, is the latest to do so. Michelle Obama shared a photo of Boss with his family on Instagram and wrote, quote, "I was heartbroken to learn about the passing of Stephen Twitch Boss, who I got to know over the years through my Let's Move initiative and visits to the Ellen Show. He was an incredible force, someone who radiated kindness and positivity and made sure that people around him could feel it too. We felt his spirit in every dance, every DJ set, every piece of creativity that he brought to life. My heart goes out to his family, Allison, and their 3 children, Wesley, Maddox, and Zaya." End quote. Well, I was so sad to hear when police announced that he did not pass away by natural causes. And I gotta say this, I gotta keep it real for 1 minute. The holidays have always been a time where rates of self-harm go up within the community because people get depressed and they sort of are looking for a way out. But I gotta tell you, tomorrow will be a better day, okay? Do not give in today. And listen, rock with us over here. If you need to smile and if you need to laugh, come rock with Celeb and myself so we can give you a little encouragement so that you can make it through your day. Yes, it's hard, but you can keep going, and we over here are praying for you. And you know the word says that when any 2 people gather in prayer, God hears that call. Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celebrity news. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.